Why is it important to have a plan? Introduction. Relocating to Kenya represented one of my life's most significant transitions and required me to almost completely rebuild my life in an entirely new environment. The decision to expatriate involved far more than simply packing belongings and boarding a plane. It demanded careful preparation, strategic thinking, and comprehensive planning. Having a solid relocation plan when I relocated to Kenya was crucial because it helped to navigate the complex aspects of the new environment, which include managing finances, securing housing, understanding local laws, adapting to cultural differences, and mitigating potential risks. Ultimately, my expat plan ensured a smooth transition and minimized stress during the process. What is the foundation of successful expatriation? The complexity of international relocation cannot be overstated. I had a lot of experience relocating within the U.S. I've lived in multiple places, not only in New York City, but also in 4 different states. However, unlike domestic moves, expatriation involved crossing not just geographical boundaries, but also legal, cultural, and linguistic ones. Each of these dimensions presented a unique challenge that could have been overwhelming, to say the least. My comprehensive plan served as a roadmap, helping navigate the relocation to anticipate potential problems, make informed decisions, and establish myself in Kenya. Without proper planning, I would have found myself facing all kinds of unexpected complications that would have been easily avoided with foresight. These challenges range from bureaucratic nightmares involving visa applications to cultural misunderstandings that impact both personal and professional relationships. My well-structured plan transformed what could have been a chaotic and stressful experience into a manageable and even exciting journey. How do I ensure financial stability? Perhaps no aspect of expatriation to Kenya was more critical than having financial stability. In fact, the K-class visa required proof of income to meet or exceed a required amount. The financial implications of relocating extended far beyond the immediate costs of moving. I had to thoroughly research the cost of living, set up a budget, understand currency exchange rates, and understand the tax obligations in both the U.S. and Kenya. This was vital to ensure that I would avoid financial strain and jeopardize the entire expatriation experience. The ability to lower my cost of living was a critical requirement in selecting Kenya. I was able to significantly lower this cost and ensure a stable and luxurious lifestyle that I could not have afforded if I remained in the U.S. In fact, I was pleasantly surprised at how much I was able to save on a monthly basis. Still, I had concerns about currency fluctuations. I witnessed in just 1 year the U.S. dollar rise and fall in exchange with the Kenya shilling. This added layer of complexity could dramatically affect everything from monthly budgets to long-term savings. Taxes would not be an issue, as I did not plan to earn money in Kenya via business or employment in accordance with my visa requirements. Furthermore, it was vital to learn about the restrictions on banking options. For example, only Kenyan citizens can join a SACCO, and also pensions are not a viable source of income when trying to obtain a mortgage. This significantly changed my options when I decided to purchase a home. I needed to do it in cash, which is obviously a challenge. Even with my planning and research, I did not have this financial groundwork and had to become a very quick study when it was time for me to purchase a home. What about legalities? The legal landscape of international relocation presents a maze of requirements that vary significantly from country to country. Familiarizing myself with Kenya's legal system and constitution was critical to feeling comfortable with my new country. Extensive research in real estate was a major advantage. My personal experiences in buying and selling multiple homes, and even being a landlord in multiple states, was a clear advantage. It also helped that I took an extensive course in real estate and earned my license. This gave me a lot of insight on the complexities of renting and buying property in Kenya, because the legal systems are very similar to the US. This understanding gave me a lot of confidence that I would be able to secure a home in my new country. YouTube was very useful in obtaining information, but I still made sure that I verified the content that I needed to be successful. I thoroughly read the immigration law sections of the Kenyan Constitution, but I was smart enough to know that I should not try to DIY the process. The smartest move was to obtain legal representation. This helped greatly with tenant rights and lease agreements. I used the services of a conveyance advocate to make sure that I was protected when I rented my first apartment in Westlands. Ignorance of the law is not a defense, so it was worth the money if for nothing more than peace of mind. Housing arrangements? I was able to navigate the real estate market rather easily by utilizing the Buy Rent Kenya website and YouTube real estate channels. Nairobi's real estate market is extremely similar to the US. Different tools, but the same game. Notably, Google Maps was a great source to see the actual buildings from the street view. By simply clicking on the mouse, it could emulate driving and see the quality of the infrastructure of surrounding areas of the places that I was interested in renting. Cultural adaptation? To learn about the culture and everyday living in Nairobi, I used a dating site to meet people. Of course, my perspective was greatly shaped by Kenyan women, but it was still a good source for information and introduction to various complexities of daily life. Once I arrived, I found that living in Nairobi was very similar to living in Brooklyn, New York. I met many people from different countries in Africa. While living in New York City and living in Brooklyn exposed me to many different cultures. The ease of being able to communicate in English was a major plus in being able to adapt quickly. There are still major differences between the US and Kenya, but in Nairobi that gap is very subtle. The plan to bridge the culture gap by learning Swahili was very effective. Not because of mastery, as I was just a beginner with few words and phrases, but the respect that it showed to embrace the culture earned a lot of respect, which went a long way in building relationships. Healthcare access. Planning for healthcare is critical, unless, of course, you don't care about your health. Assuming that health is a priority, you must understand that healthcare systems vary dramatically across countries, and advanced planning is essential for maintaining health and managing medical emergencies. Kenya's healthcare system is no different. You need to either purchase insurance options or be prepared to pay out of pocket for access to medical facilities. This is important for managing health concerns and ensuring continuity of care for existing conditions. Insurance requirements and coverage options can be particularly complex for expatriates. Kenya offers public and private insurance. You must plan to pick the best insurance to suit your healthcare needs. Understanding what coverage is available, how to access it, and what costs may be involved will help to make informed decisions about your healthcare needs. For individuals with chronic conditions or specific medical requirements, ensuring continuity of care becomes particularly important. This may involve transferring medical records, finding specialists familiar with their conditions, or ensuring access to necessary medications that may have different names or availability in the new country. Emergency preparedness? Even the most comprehensive planning cannot anticipate every possible challenge that may arise during expatriation. Having a plan for dealing with unexpected situations like medical emergencies, natural disasters, or political instability can provide peace of mind and practical guidance when crisis situations arise. Emergency preparedness involves both practical and financial considerations. This includes maintaining emergency funds, understanding evacuation procedures, knowing how to contact emergency services, and having contingency plans for various scenarios. For expatriates in politically unstable regions, this preparation becomes particularly crucial. Communication plans with family and friends in the home country, understanding consular services available through embassies, and maintaining relevant insurance coverage all contribute to comprehensive emergency preparedness that provides security and confidence in challenging situations. Conclusion. The importance of me having a comprehensive relocation plan when I relocated to Kenya cannot be overstated. The multifaceted nature of international relocation demanded careful attention to financial, legal, practical, and cultural considerations that could have significantly impacted the success and satisfaction of my experience. My well-thought-out relocation plan helped to anticipate challenges, make informed decisions, and navigate the complexities of living in my new country. This has led to a more successful and fulfilling experience. Rather than viewing planning as a burden, I embraced it as an investment in my present and future success, which has resulted in a smooth transition to my new home.